Hi everyone, I'm Steve King and I'm sitting here in the not so frozen part of Canada. Thank you for allowing me to take a few moments to speak with you. Despite the disappointment of 4 weather-related flight cancellations, I've really enjoyed following the event online. Many thanks to all those who were posting online, especially the amazing Jim McVeigh. I personally want to thank Jim and Dwana Grotkoff as well for both being part of the huge numbers of Ultraman alumni that were present throughout. But Jim was the one who told me he was sitting with my empty chair beside him and said, how about putting the phone through the system at the marathon mark on day number 3? So we ended up sitting for 3.5 hours calling athletes through, and it truly made my day to feel in some small way connected to the event. And what a glorious event it turned out to be. Mario Bartolome Buil starting things out with only the second ever sub 2.5 hour 10-kilometer swim. Chris McDonald taking first on all 3 days, and what a great battle he had with Stephen Keller on the run with just 36 seconds separating them. He got that new record and took it away from Chuck Kemeny, your incredible race director who did that the very first year in 2014. And Jamie Harris now becomes the first 2-time winner. My friend Christian Isaacson, what an emotional 3 days for him, especially at that 103-mile point on day 2. There he is, another finish line and taking third in a very close race with Ignacio Lizarraga. So tremendous job, gentlemen, and I don't think we've heard the last of either of them. I want to congratulate Dan Beaver because he and Mary Knott now have joined the list of couples who both completed an Ultraman. And Billy Rickards from the Big Island, the home of the World Championships. He's crewed there 4 times, I believe, as well. So our congrats to him for completing. And to Chris Pollock, who fell right at the end of day 2 last time and ran in a sling and got to the line. He was back as promised and finished. Stu Dushiminski, I'm truly sorry to hear about what happened there with that broken clavicle, but don't forget Tony Butler has come back for a second time, and I do want to thank her sincerely for the service she's given to her country and to her fellow military personnel. I certainly know that Lieutenant Colonel Todd J. Clark would be very proud. Now, after she and Hugo crewed for Steele, I want to say that Lee Velez showed what guts is all about, staying out there for 12 hours on both days 2 and 3. That takes something very, very special indeed. For those who are participants, it takes digging very, very deep and fully embracing the suck, as someone once said. So I sure hope we see you back at another Ultraman start line. We want to welcome 3 new countries that were represented in the Ultraman finishes. Want to welcome the first timers to the Ultraman family. I believe these few days will prove to be truly memorable both in your athletic endeavors and human experiences. I'm sure you all know now the value of a crew and will have this bonding as a treasured lifetime experience. Sincere thanks to the first class Ultraman Florida team, Chuck, Jen, Cheryl, Ultramama Jane, and the entire Ultraman Florida team, the volunteers, the spectators and sponsors. Thank you, athletes, for taking part in this race. Chuck Kemeny, Jen McVeigh, Cheryl Cobb, Jane Bocos, Ultramama, El Comité de las Carreras, voluntarios, patrocinadores y espectadores, muchas gracias por su participación en esta grande carrera. In the words of one Ultraman World's finisher, it is now time to bask in the afterglow. Enjoy the awards. May you take, embrace, experience and express Ohana, Kokua and Aloha wherever you go. I look forward to seeing you at the races. Try to keep fit.